Chapter 11. You suck at growing trees. How and when to branch out in your business. Trees. That's right. We're talking about growing freaking trees, as in branching out in your business. It's more complicated than you think, or it needs to be done in a different way than you think. Or, gosh, I'll just shut up. Now I'm overthinking this, making it way more over freaking complicated than it needs to be. Let's move on. I hear people say it all the time. Every multimillionaire has at least 5 streams of income and blah, blah, blah. That may be true. I have multiple streams now, but remember, there's no 30 days to success or any of that crap. I'm all for branching out into different areas, but there's different levels, and it takes more time than you think. Let's admit it. Many of us are entrepreneurs, and we're really good at chasing those shiny objects, aren't we? We get bored with a tiny success, and we keep moving on to these tiny little successes, with never actually building anything. And believe me, I've been guilty of this myself. Sometimes we chase things we think would be a great idea, and it fails catastrophically. But failure is a chance to grow wisdom. Speaking of growing, here's how you grow trees the right way. Start with the roots. Pay attention to your company's foundation. Building that strong trunk takes time to grow that tree, to water that tree, so those roots can grow deeper and further into the ground. If you start branching out too quickly, without having those deep roots you've built during the years from everything I've been teaching you in this book so far, it can look great for a season. It can be like, wow, that tree has 16 more branches, and it looks like it's growing so fast and quickly. But if you didn't take time to build the base and let those roots really dig deep and anchor into the foundation, the next season hits, snow falls, and guess what? Because that tree didn't have enough time to grow strong roots, the weight of the snow will cause it to collapse and topple over. What it really takes is starting to prune some of the branches, which seems like the opposite of what you should do. But when you prune them, the roots are growing deeper and stronger. Then the tree starts blooming out at a whole new level. Love does grow a tree. Money doesn't grow on trees, and it doesn't grow trees either. In other words, branching out your business just for the money will create rot. Learning to rediscover your purpose, meanwhile, will allow you to thrive as a leader, owner, or influencer for many years. Just look at Bob Goff, author of Love Does, one of my favorite books. He calls himself a recovering lawyer. Even though he was one of the good guys, suing companies that made crooked skyscrapers instead of defending crooks, he stopped thinking of law as a career. It wasn't his passion, but it could help fund his true purpose, working with kids in Uganda and India, and, as he writes, chasing bad guys who hurt them. After he started a nonprofit, he and his wife turned his law career into a strong tree so they could branch out. Now, Sweet Maria and I think about the day job as a great way to fund the things that we're doing, Bob Goff writes. Now when I put on a suit and tie or jump on a plane to go take a deposition, we call it fundraising. It still makes me grin every time to say it this way. It's like a really successful bake sale to get rid of the bad guys. You don't have to save kids in Africa to branch out the right way. I get it. You want to grow your company or your influence. But if you branch out too quickly, those twigs will get crushed by the next storm. That quick fix some offer through social media marketing, promising you 6 figures in a month. Sorry, but duct tape has no place in a tree. Love does grow a tree. Love for yourself, your team, your company, and your community. Once you tap into that resource, you'll find branching out happens much more organically. Sure, we still need money to make payroll, pay the building's rent, meet mortgage, payments at home, and afford groceries. I've branched out and made different financial investments that have been huge failures. Huge failures. But I've also branched out and continually built things that have been incredibly successful as well. What I have never done is jeopardize the whole tree. Leveling up. In case my tree metaphor stumps you a bit, I'm going to break it down with my own real-life example. Let's get back to our why. I mentioned how it has different levels, starting with a foundation. My why was to create the most amazing place and a beautiful resort-like atmosphere with the most incredible options possible for individuals with developmental disabilities, unlike any other place in Ohio. As we continued to build Dreamshine, about 2 years in, the next level was to become the best leader possible for my team, which is everything I'm teaching you. I've been walking you through that journey throughout this book, starting with me as the leader, the owner, to develop myself, and then inspiring and teaching my team to practice leadership and elevate and create amazing unity in the dream team. When we were a few years in, with a solid tree trunk, with deep roots, I was able to branch out toward my other passion for my Elevating Beyond podcast. I can share not only my story of overcoming adversity, but also have guests from all over the world sharing their stories. I also have many books and my speaking engagements, but the individuals whom we serve are always the foundation of everything I do. And by the way, I'm still branching out with this book, which goes beyond having places hire me to speak. We're putting on our own live events, 16 Reasons Why Your Business Sucks, at our Dreamshine campus, and I invite you to attend. Amazing leaders and business owners will be doing freaking awesome things there for 3 days. You'll get to see my dream team in action. This also creates options for our amazing individuals to be involved in these events with developmental disabilities. I don't know if we've officially mentioned it to public yet as I write this, but the proceeds of 16 Reasons are going towards Dreamshine. That's right. By purchasing this book or this Audible, you're helping change the lives of the individuals we serve. We'll be able to add more to our program and pay our amazing dream team what they truly deserve at a whole other level. This is another step of how to take purpose and passion to another level. Truth bombs. In order to grow a business, start with the roots, the company's foundation and core values. Avoid people offering a quick fix. Duct tape has no place on a tree. Never jeopardize the whole tree.